Now, even in green screen lighting, we still have to address what we call three-point lighting. In three-point lighting, which is a basic setup, we have a key light, which is your main light source, and usually the source that's closest or the hottest light that you have. Then we have a fill light, and that light source is basically there to kind of break up some of the shadows on the other side of your subject. And then the last light would be your backlight, and that light is primarily there to separate your subject from the background. Now in this example, this is an example of a shoot that we had with two local doctors, husband and wife. And so we still have to apply the three-point lighting situation. So we had the subject, we had the three-point lighting applied to the actual talent, the doctors, and then we also had to make sure that there was an even amount of light on the green screen, and that ensures that you have an even key when you bring that into post-production, which we'll get into a little later. Our subjects, and so we have this set up again. We have our key light, which is the light source is usually closer to the camera, that's closest to the subject. Then we have our fill light, which is a little further away from the subject, is breaking up the shadows. And then we have a light on the back of our subjects, the doctors, again to separate them from the background and give us an even key. Now we need to go into post-production. So we're going to bring that video into any environment. The environment that I'm using for our purposes here is Final Cut Pro. So in Final Cut Pro, I'm going to bring the video in. I'm going to use a track method where I have the video on one track. And then I've also found a background, which we call skins. You can find these anywhere on YouTube and other various environments. And basically, I'm going to use that as my virtual backdrop, my virtual set. Once I create the key effect to my subjects and key out the green, then that will bring the virtual set into play. And basically, I can start building my virtual environment from that point. Now, once we understand how the keyer and post-production and green screen and all these kind of different elements work, we can bring all this together in, again, in a post-production environment like Final Cut that I'm using right now, and pretty much create some pretty dramatic results and create some very unique virtual environments using things like, again, the keyer, layering of video, and the green screen. So in this example, I have again the virtual set. I have our actors, which we shot again in green screen. I brought that in, layered that, used a transforming effect where I kind of shrank them and kind of put them over in the corner because I wanted to take advantage of the kind of full visual real estate. And then I found the finished product that we have, which was a series of mini promos that the doctors wanted to use in their practice. And then I put that in the kind of virtual television set that's embedded within the virtual set. And then you again have this kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 different layer environments to create this unique kind of virtual set.
Hi, I'm Dr. Carla Robinson with the Urban House Call.
And I'm Dr. Robert Robinson, and this is your Urban House Call Doctor's Note of the Day. It's that time of year again, flu season.
And while you may think that you aren't at risk for serious complications, it's important to know that each year the flu leads to over 200,000 hospital admissions.
So what can you do? I say every week.
Hi, I'm Dr. Carla Robinson with the Urban House Call.
And I'm Dr. Robert Robinson.
But I have never seen anything like this. How much more are you hiding?
Hold up. Let's go.
We are home. My son, it is your time.
Show me my respect and bow down.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be. Don't freeze.
I never freeze.